A driver is shocked to see an enormous black-furred creature with a long cat-like tail prowling close to remote roadside homes in Klickitat Canyon. When the driver stops to investigate, the strange creature enters a small patch of tall grass and then mysteriously disappears. For 30 years in the rural town of Trout Lake, Washington, rumors swirl about an odd family of ebony-colored cougars that seem riddled with bizarre mutations. An outdoorsman's compass bends away from north near the White Salmon River in Clickitat County, just before he encounters a huge panther-like creature, jet black in color, with intelligent ape-like eyes and other primate features. This video is an introduction to the Klickitat Ape Cat and a summary of the nearly 24 paranormal reports received by Margie's outdoor store as of July 2022. It includes the first limited video footage of the creature shot by one of the reporting parties. Margie's outdoor store in Bingen, Washington has been asking that folks file a report at the store's location on Highway 14 if they have a paranormal experience in the Columbia River Gorge. James Shupsky runs Margie's outdoor store. His family owns the business.
For months now, people have been coming into the store and reporting on the strange experiences they've been having in the wilderness areas of Klickitat County.
On the map, Klickitat County is located in America's Pacific Northwest. It sits on Washington State's southern border, but the closest big city is Portland, Oregon. From there, you travel east about an hour through the hauntingly beautiful Columbia River Gorge. The mighty river provides the only sea level passage through the rugged Cascade Mountains. Klickitat County sits along the crest of the mountain range, where the rainforest transitions into desert. For decades, folks have reported swarms of UFOs around Mount Adams, and Sasquatch sightings are common in the county's wild reaches. There are some who say Klickitat County is the supernatural capital of the Pacific Northwest, but that's a topic for a different video.
In early April, I heard the first detailed account of an encounter with an ebony ape cat. Since then, we've had nearly 24 credible reports, all here in Klickitat County. The reports all contain the classic clues that what we're dealing with is something paranormal.
Supernatural beings are not native to our everyday physical world. When they manifest here, a constellation of clues typically accompanies their appearance. Impossible biology. Paranormal beings often appear as hybrids with body parts from completely different species. Their size can far exceed that of their mundane counterparts. Strange behavior. Paranormal creatures act differently. They often seem completely unafraid of humans and are found in places where science says they shouldn't exist. Visual disturbances. Because the physical world is not their native realm, paranormal beings can phase in and out of our ability to see them. Witnesses are often confused about what they are actually seeing. Peculiar feelings. Because we straddle the line between the physical world and the spirit realms, human biology is extremely sensitive to supernatural phenomena. People feel it when they are in the presence of something paranormal. Electromagnetic disruption. Paranormal beings draw energy from our world when they manifest. This makes batteries go dead, sensitive electronics fail, and compasses can go wild.
In that first ape cat report, the witness explained that he was orienteering out near the White Salmon River when he noticed his compass was acting very strange. He looked up and saw a huge panther-like creature observing him from across a creek. The creature was curious and completely unafraid. The beast was enormous. It stood about 5 foot tall at the shoulder, and it was powerfully muscled. Its jet black fur was nearly 4 inches long, and it stood straight out. Its tail was 6 feet long. The most curious thing was that it had intelligent ape-like eyes and other primate features. The witness said that it looked like a cross between a huge monkey and some kind of big cat. After about 5 minutes, the creature turned and disappeared back into the forest. The witness said that he felt lucky to have had such a magical encounter.
It is genetically impossible for Pacific Northwest cougars to grow black fur. Also, mundane cougars typically only stand about 22 inches at the shoulder. A beast 5 foot at the shoulder would be more than twice the size of the animal we know scientifically. Even tigers, the largest of the big cats, never grow to be that huge.
That first witness was very credible, so the next day I told my employees about the ape cat report. One of them was stunned. She realized that she had seen the ape cat herself while driving through Klickitat Canyon. She gave up talking about it though because no one believed her, not even her family. They suggested that maybe she'd seen a cow. That's like someone trying to tell you saw a minivan when you really saw a Ferrari. When I heard my employee's story, I realized that something significant was going on related to these ape cats, but people were afraid to talk about it, and understandably so. I put out radio advertisements and posted flyers at the local trailheads. With this little bit of validation, reports started flooding in. All were remarkably consistent and credible. I'd never heard of anything like an ape cat before, so I began to do a little background research.
Around the world, the Black Panther's symbolic spiritual meaning is that of a protector. It also has strong associations with the night and feminine power. The Native Americans of the Great Lakes have stories about a supernatural race of panther protectors called the Mishepeshu. One account says they look like a panther with the face of a man. Christians in medieval times considered black panthers to be supremely good. Illuminated manuscripts say that the panther was loved by all creatures except the dragon, which was terrified by it. Big shadow cats are referenced in many European folklore traditions. In the Scottish Highlands, they are known as the Cat-She. In the late 1970s, authorities in southwest Britain received more than 60 reports of a mysterious black panther-like creature that became known as the Beast of Bodmin Moor.
The report that inspired me to participate in this video came with a video of its own. As far as concrete proof goes, it is not rock solid, but it is the first ape cat video evidence received by Margie's outdoor store. The witness who sent me this video also sent me an email that he wrote less than an hour after his original experience. Here's what happened.
The encounter took place near White Salmon, Washington, just after 11 p.m. on August 6, 2020. The witness was working at night in a building at the edge of a wilderness area. As he stepped out the door, his headlamp illuminated a pair of glowing eyes about 10 yards away. He quickly retreated back into the building and turned on the porch lights. The beast hovered just beyond the light, and viewing it remained difficult. The witness remembered recent reports of cougars in the area and thought that's what the creature might be. However, the more he looked at it, the more he began to wonder if it was something else. The witness had scared off wildlife before by making aggressive sounds. He tried that with this mysterious beast, and this is when he began filming. Here is that footage, exactly as he sent it to Margie's outdoor store.
Ow! Ciao! What?
The sounds the witness made clearly did not intimidate this creature. No. Instead, it seemed to take a step forward and stand up on its haunches, because the eyes suddenly got much taller. They rose from the ground level to that of his own height, almost 6 feet. At this point, the batteries in both his headlamp and his phone began to die. Nervous but excited, he closed the door and waited. After about 20 minutes, the silhouette of the massive feline beast slowly sauntered back into the forest with the confident air that only a big cat can muster. He remembers his encounter with a combination of wonder and awe.
Obviously, this video evidence is inconclusive. It is my hope that it will inspire others to come forward with better footage of their own. We receive about 1 ape cat report per week now. Interestingly, none of the encounters have been hostile. Is the ape cat real? Is it a supernatural being? I have my theories. But given the sheer number of reports and the fact that some date back more than 30 years, one thing is absolutely clear. People are definitely encountering something large, cat-like, and very mysterious here in Clickitat County.
There you have it. The July 2022 update on the Klickitat Ape Cat. Subscribe to this channel to get future updates. And remember, if you are ever adventuring in the Columbia River Gorge and you have a strange or unusual experience, stop by Margie's outdoor store in Bingen, Washington, and file a paranormal report. They are ready to listen, and you will not be judged.